Hi, it's the Lipstick Gal. Thanks so much for watching today. I'm trying a few new things. I am super excited. Where did it go? It's right in front of me. I'm excited to try this. This is the new concealer from Estee Lauder. I know it's been around for just a little bit, and I was like, do I need another concealer? No, I don't, because I picked up the Sarah Creel one, and then I picked up the concealer pan from Salt New York, and then I picked up the new one from Tarte, their stick concealer. I have been adding new concealers to my collection like a lot recently, so I was like, I think I'm just gonna skip it. And then I happened to be in my local Ulta yesterday, and I was swatching things like, oh, look, there it is, let me see. And then I was kind of like, oh yeah, I think I might have to. So I picked up the lightest neutral shade. It's 0.5, and that's a shade I normally wear in Estee Lauder concealers. And this one has a really interesting, almost, it looks almost like the petal of a flower or maybe a leaf, sort of doe foot applicator. I'm going to start just by since this is the Double Wear, what is it officially? The Double Wear Stay in Place Concealer. I'm going to start by just doing one side. I'm going to tap it out first, and then I'm going to go in with a brush. I just want to get it kind of distributed. I don't know why I've been so pulled in by concealers recently. I just can't seem to stop picking them up. I even like the one from Tarte so much, I picked up a second shade of it. So I have the shade 16N, and then I picked up 12N as well because they both look like they would work really well. Yeah. This might be just a hair on the light side for me. But I did try the 1N, and the 1N was too dark. So I would rather err on a side that's just a little bit too light, because right now all it is playing up against all the discoloration and pigmentation I already have on my cheek. But I feel like the under eye looks pretty good compared to this. I feel like a lot of that blue color is gone. Some of the redness underneath my eye is also gone. It doesn't actually feel tacky at all. I wonder if it's going to end up being a little on the dry side because it is from the Double Wear line. But I do have another concealer that I really love, and I wonder if they're kind of replacing it. It's the Double Wear Radiant Concealer. That concealer has been fabulous for me. Enough so that it's one that I've repurchased. I finished a whole tube of it and repurchased. And when you have as much makeup as I do and you actually make a purchase of something for a second time, you know it's one that I really, really love. All right, let's keep going. Little corrector here, little here. I don't know if this dries really fast, but here's hoping that it doesn't. So I don't have spots around my face that I need to like get around to. I feel like I should have put some foundation down first and then come in with the concealer, but I want to see what happens with just this today. I feel like it's doing a pretty good job over here correcting my hyperpigmentation spot. And then under the eye. I feel like it looks really good under the eyes. I'm actually really surprised that it's not settling into like my crow's feet instantly or those fine lines underneath my eyes. I also don't feel like it's making my under eyes look more dry right off the bat. And I don't know what's going to happen when I powder this, because sometimes, you know, a concealer looks great until powder, then it's like, uh-oh, all of its sins have been revealed. And I usually will, if nothing else, will set like my T-zone and my under eyes, because the last thing I want is product migrating into those fine lines and having like really distinct lines of corrector or concealer underneath the eyes. I'm going to catch the rest of my face up, and then I'll come back because I've got some new lippies to try on for you. face is fully on. Let's try on some of these lippies. City Beauty reached out to me and asked if there was anything I was curious to try. And I just mentioned, hey, I love lip products. So they sent me a variety of some of their favorites. The first one I'm going to try on for you is this plumping oil. This is in the shade Sangria. And it looks kind of like a sheer red. I'm not really getting a ton of color on the lips, but I like how this is actually really flexible. There is something about a flexible doe foot applicator. I can't talk today. This feels definitely like it is a lip oil in the fact that it has more slip to it than a lot of other products. But it also has a plushiness to it. When it talks about plumping, it talks about hydration. I really like that. I'm not a big fan of the products that have irritation to get your lips to look a little bit bigger, like mint or cinnamon or whatever other brands put in their plumping lip options. I don't hate them, but they're usually something I would, if I'm going to go for a lip product, I'm usually going to go for one that doesn't have that sort of the tingly burning sensation. This one here has Portulaca pilosa extract and hyaluronic acid spheres, as well as botanical barrier blend that's supposed to help deliver lasting hydration. My lips feel amazing right now. Am I getting a slight tingling? No? Maybe? Okay, I can't tell. Now that I'm talking about it and I'm thinking it's plumping, I don't know whether it's all in my head or whether there is kind of like a mild tingling. And that could be that it is just so absolutely subtle that it's not going to feel like your lips are on fire. So if you're looking for something that is sheer, that is comfortable, this has a nice kind of pillowy feel to it. I would say it feels kind of like a split between a lip oil and a lip gloss. It's kind of like in the middle, leaning a little bit more towards lip oil because it is so thin. But I feel like it's a really pretty formula. I feel like it makes my lips look really nice, but there's not a lot of color. So if you're a non-color sort of person, you might like a product like this. All right, let me take this off and we'll try on a few other things. They also sent me 4 of their City Lips Plumping Lip Gloss. This is the only one that I've ever tried before. It's the clear. I like it. I don't know that this formula ever really feels like I tried it every day for 30 days, and I don't know that it made a significant visible difference on my lips. One thing I will tell you is that during those 30 days, my lips were never dry. This is a great hydrating, really nourishing formula. So my lips were never flaky. They weren't dry. I could wear this to bed sometimes. I have one of these already and I wear it to bed sometimes as kind of like my nightly layer before I fall asleep. This is no joke when it comes to longevity. These last a really long time. The one thing I haven't ever tried are any of the colors. So they sent me 4 of these. Let me just start with the clear one so you can see it, but it's a typical clear lip gloss. This definitely feels more like a gloss where it has a little bit more tack to it. If you don't like things that are particularly heavy duty on the lips, this is one of those that you don't want to over apply, because if you do, you might see how it's pulling and stringing on my lips. It's a very thick formula. I like that for the hydration purposes, but I'm a chronic over applier. So at this point, I'm going to have to take it off just like right where my lips touch. But this is one of those products that feels really comfortable and pillowy on the skin. It's the cushiest lip gloss I think I've tried in a long time. So the one thing that's interesting about this is that it's non-irritating, and all of the plumping that you're getting comes from extreme hydration. So they have hyaluronic acid spheres in here, soothing moisturizers like jojoba oil, ylang ylang flower oil. There's also peptides in here, and these peptides help to enhance the look of lip volume. If you're looking for something that has a peptide in it, also has hyaluronic acid in it to help plump and nourish, this is a product that has all of those things and is non-irritating. So if you don't like the plumping glosses that end up having that really severe burning sensation, I think you might like these. I like the way that my lips look super shiny with these guys, but I have to be careful myself to not over apply. These are kind of like a thicker formula, so they will stick to themselves. I don't find that it's uncomfortable on the lips, but it definitely has more of that early 2000s sort of gloss feel, like late 90s, early 2000s, where it was kind of a little stickier, a little thicker, and you put it on and you could tell it was glossy gloss. And it's less of that lip oil sort of look that a lot of products have today, because lip oils are so popular. Boy, my lips are going to be so happy after this, because normally when I'm doing lip swatches for you, I'm wiping things off, and I am still wiping them off, but my lips already feel really hydrated. All right, let's try this one on. This one here is called Nude York. It's a nude shade with a gold pearl running throughout. Okay, I'm going to try not to put on too much. Okay, this is really pretty. As I'm looking at it, I like the subtle shimmer that I'm getting, but there's not so much texture that you can feel it. I hate a gloss that has shimmer or glitter in it, and when you rub your lips together, you can feel it. That is nothing but going to irritate my lips, and I don't like that. This doesn't have that. It's very smooth. It feels just like the clear gloss, but it has just a little bit of warmth to it and that golden pearl running throughout, which I really like. I think is pretty and screams like a summer bronzed goddess sort of lip, where, you know, there's a lot of bronzer, you know, some really pretty easy eye makeup, and then an effortless golden sort of lip. I think that's going to be happening this summer, but it's a really pretty color. This is Nude York. So this next shade is called Plum Springs. Instead of Palm Springs, Plum Springs. And again, a really subtle kind of pink pearl running through this. Ooh, look at that. That is like way more metallic than the other one. I put on too much. It's pulling. Hold on. Okay, I normally don't like things that are metallic like this. I like the other one that has shimmer particles in it. This looks like a straight up metallic lip, but somehow I don't hate it. I'm kind of confused right now. I normally am not a big fan of like straight up metallics, and somehow maybe it's just that I've been trying them over and over and over again, and I'm finally like, okay, fine, it looks better than I thought. I think this is really pretty. I am curious to see, I still have lip liners to try on for you, so I'll try on that last gloss and then we'll get into the lip liners and we'll build a look today. Last one I have for you is one that doesn't have any shimmer or pearl in it. This one's called Pink Nude. I think this is going to be the one that I'm going to be like absolutely in love with. Oh, it looks more nude than pink. All right, so this Pink Nude is really pretty. I think it's one of those shades that looks very natural on the lip. It leans a little bit more nude than I expected. Let me swatch all of these for you so you can get an up close look as to what the colors look like when you don't have to think about the color of my natural lip. Here are all the glosses. This is the clear. This right here is Nude York. It's kind of got a warm base with some gold shimmer. This is Plum Springs. It's got that slight metallic flip to it. And this right here is the one that I'm wearing right now. This one is Pink Nude. It feels more nude, even peachy on me. And it could just be that that's the case with my undertone. It's reading more peachy than pink on me, but I don't hate it. I think it looks really pretty. All right, let's pull out the lip liners, because these are the things that are new. They dropped these recently, and I'm really excited to try these. This warmer one here is called Willow. This cooler toned one is Blush. I think I'm going to reach for Blush today. These are the sort of lipsticks that you can easily roll up and roll down. They are the sort that are small enough that you probably are not going to need a sharpener for them. They don't come with one. But let me quickly line my lips with these. Boy, this is really close to my natural lip color, and it looks like a My Lips but better. It's really helping me to kind of fine-tune my vermilion border. But I should stop talking while I do this. I'm going to go in with a little bit of Nude York. I know it seems strange to use a kind of a pinky and then pull in this warmer, but I think the cocktailing of the both of them together is going to give a really pretty look. A little bit of shimmer without too much. So the one thing that's great about these liners is they feel like the gel formula that's really going to help keep your gloss from feathering out. It's going to gonna build a barrier around the edge of your lips. And I think that's really great. Let me read you what it says on the side of the box. Achieve a smoother, more defined looking lip line that helps to prevent color fading, smudging, and feathering to give your lips smoother, fuller, more youthful appearance. So, solution for lipstick line, smudging, and thin lips. I like these lip liners because these gel type formulas tend to stay in place and really help to keep things contained. I think these are nice. I also like the lip glosses. I think these are perfect for the person who is a gloss person and who also likes a formula that's a little bit thicker, because these are definitely going to be more tenacious than a lot of the other glosses I have in my collection. I feel like a lot of the other glosses are a little bit thinner, and a little bit less sticky. And I'm not thinking that these are like sticky in a bad way, but the back of my hand that had all of these products on there, it's pretty hydrated right now. It's pretty hydrated and just a smidge tacky. So if you're not the sort of person who likes kind of like a sticky gloss formula, the good thing about those types of formulas though is they hang tight. They will stay through cups of coffee. They will stick around through meals and what have you. So these are a little bit more tenacious for wear time, which means your lips are going to get the benefit of the hydration of the ingredients in here. If you tend to be somebody who likes something that's a little bit lighter but still gives you that glossy hydration, I think you might like the plumping oil. This is one that I'm going to be probably carrying around with me for the rest of the day. I have to go to the dentist today, and every time I go to the dentist, the good thing is my lips are going to be super hydrated. I'm really looking forward to that because every time I leave the dentist, I always feel like my lips are like, because I always wipe off whatever I have on so that I don't end up with like lipstick everywhere all over my face. I'm just going in for a cleaning today, but it doesn't take much for my lipstick to end up everywhere. So I will toss this in my pocket, take this along with me. I hope you'll check back because I always do an update on products that I've purchased or have been added to my collection recently. I'll go through and do either speed reviews or do kind of like a more in-depth review where I let you know like a whole bunch of products, what my thoughts are on them. Because I think initially trying things on for the first time like today is fun with the concealer and with these lip products from City Beauty. But what really is important is to find out, how are they really working? After I've tried them for several weeks at a time, to come back and go, here's what's great about it, or here's who I think it would work best for. Or if you're this type of person, maybe this isn't the product for you. And I think that is probably the sort of thing that can be the most helpful. So I hope you'll check back for that. Thank you so much for making the time to watch today. Thanks to City Beauty for sending me these lip products. I'm also looking forward to see how this Estee Lauder concealer wears. I think it's going to be great because right now she's looking pretty good. Thanks so much for making the time to watch today. I hope you have a fantastic day and I'll see you again soon. Bye.